Hello, dear test takers. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I'm Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I'm going to give you an elaborate picture of the uses of a and an, the indefinite articles. I hope that this grammatical aspect will surely help you deal successfully with the questions based on it in all your competitive examinations. If you are interested in this topic, please stick around till the end. Now, let us get into the video. The uses of a and an part 2. This is a part 2 video, and part 1 video is also there. It was uploaded and it will be made public on 6th of this month, and this is going to be made public on 10th of this month. So the uses of a and this is exclusively meant for all competitive examinations, right? And now let us learn about the things. A or an, apart from the 12 rules I dealt with in my previous video, in the first video, here in this video I'm going to deal with some other what you call rules, and they are this one. And here a or an is used where? Here usually after such and rather. After such and rather. See, a or an is used after such and rather. How? I'll give you like this. Here you see, yes, you are. I'm giving you examples. You are such a fool to trust him. And what is this? You are such a fool to trust him. He is not a trustworthy man. You are a fool to, you are such a fool, such a fool. See? After such you use this. Don't say such a fool. Not like that. Such a fool to trust him. And here see, it was such a great honor to me. Honor to me. The prestigious institute has invited me on the Teachers' Day and felicitated me. Take for granted. And then what am I saying? It was such a great honor to me. It was such a great honor. And here, it was such a great honor. One more example. Yes, what is that? He was such an honest man that after such that is no that is followed, okay. An honest man that anybody can repose, anybody can repose confidence in him. Oh my god, in him. Okay, it's like that. I have taken some long examples. So he was such an honest man. Honest man. You cannot say he was such honest man. No. So after such, you use either a or an. Similarly, after rather also we use a or an. See, he was rather a dull boy in the class. He was rather a dull boy. Don't say he was rather dull boy. Rather dull boy is not the right sentence. In the examination, what happens in your competitive examination, he will give you missing this article. What you have to do is you have to insert that in order to correct it. Okay, you know the rule now. When you know the rule position, nobody can outbeat you. Nobody can, what is that, frighten you by giving such questions. You can easily answer this question. He was rather a dull boy. After rather a is used. So what is that? I am rather a strict person. I'm rather a strict person. Rather a strict person. I'm rather a strict person. So similarly, she is rather a, let me say, a clever girl. Rather a clever. See, in this way, beside such and rather, a or an must be used. If you don't use a or an after them, it is a mistake. It's a grammatical error. So in the examination, they will give you the sentences without using this a or an after such and rather, and you have to correct those sentences. Right? Very simple. If you know the rule, no problem will be there. Wherever, whichever examination you attend, you will be successful in this. I'll give you 100% assurance to you. And now let's go to the what is that right wrong wrong right sentences exercise. Immediately I'm giving you exercise also to here you pay attention. She is rather a clever girl. She's rather a clever girl. Already I have told you, after rather, there must be either a or an, right? So here, to correct it, what should you do? She's rather a clever girl, right? And next, you are rather spendthrift. It's a wrong sentence. Rather spendthrift is wrong. Rather a spendthrift. This is very important. Okay. And then he is such a hardworking poor man that everybody likes to help him. He's such a hardworking poor man is not the right one. What you should say? He's such a hardworking poor man. And here, one more example. She is such innocent girl to be easily cheated. She is such innocent. So here, after such, there is no neither a nor an. So you have to use, then she is such an, because innocent is a word beginning with a vowel sound. That's why you are using here an. Okay, in this way, after such, after rather, you have to use either a or an, right? Okay, now let's go to the next rule. In the second part, there are only a few rules. uh, And here you see, before the verbs used as nouns. Sometimes verbs are used as nouns. Verbs are used as nouns. How? Here you see one example I would like to give you. What is it? My father goes for a walk every morning, right? For a walk. Walk is a verb, but here it is being used as a noun. For a walk. Walk is being used as a noun, though it is a verb, right? And one more example. I am very tired. I'm very tired. Okay. I I want to have rest. I want to have a rest. I want to have a rest. See, rest is a verb. Rest, resting, rested, rested. These are the verb forms. I have rested under a tree. The poor man has rested under a bridge. Rested. So here is the rest is a verb, and but you are using it as a noun. Therefore, you have to use like this. For a walk, have a rest. So before that, and here one more example I would like to give you. What is that? He takes a cold bath uh, every day. He takes a cold bath every day. Bath is a verb. And here you have to, a cold bath is there. A cold, sorry, a is used. Taking a cold bath. Generally, bath is a noun, bathe is a verb. He is bathing uh, outside. He is bathing. Okay. So some the breathing, breath, breathe. Difference is there in pronunciation. If it is a verb, You have to say bath. And here anyway, from bath only this bath has come. This noun form has come. Therefore, it is a verb, but here it is being used as a noun. And one more example I give you and close this one. After a long talk, talk is a verb, talking. I am talking to you now. She talked very intimately. Talk is a verb. And but here you are using this talk as a noun, and therefore you are using a verb. A before that. A talk, a bath, a rest, a walk. It's a very beautiful rule, sir. It's an important rule from the examination point of view. Please keep this rule in your mind. And now I'll give you some examples, wrong, right examples. Okay, right. So in the examination, what happens? They will give a sentence like this: after the meeting, all of us went for drink, for boozing. And in the examination, this kind of sentence will be given. You think that sentence is correct. Other students think, oh, it's a correct. There is nothing wrong in that. After the meeting, all of us went for drink. Arey bhai, itna correct hai, they say. But there is a mistake in that. What should you say? After the meeting, all of us went for a drink. Drink is a verb, and you have. And one more. She goes for swim every morning, every evening. Swim is a verb, but you are using here as a noun. And here you see swim. She goes for a swim everywhere. And one more. He took us for a ride in his new car. In his new car, he took us for a ride. So for ride. So it's a mistake. In the examination, it will be given like this. So here you see that for a ride. And last week she gave talk at the University of Hyderabad. Gave talk. Talk is a verb, but you cannot say gave a talk. Gave talk. Gave talk is a wrong mistake, and gave a talk is the correct thing. Okay, and here in all these, in the examination, I'm showing you here how the questions are given in the examination, how we have to correct them, how the right sentences will be, because you have learned the rule and there will be no problem at all. Now let's go to the next rule. Before the singular nouns, while indicating years, months, weeks, days, feet, kilos, etc., with the hyphens. That's very important. Here you see that it is a 10-foot wall. It's a 10-foot wall. 10-foot. Foot is what is that? It is mentioning some kind of measurement. Foot. So 10-foot wall. Don't say 10 feet wall. Don't say 10 feet wall. 10-foot wall. It's a 10-foot wall is the right one. And here he what is that? It was a 6-month course. It was a 6-month course. Don't say 6 months course. It should not be a plural one. 6-month course. And next, what is that? My father is a 65-year-old man. You see that as a 65-year-old, all hyphens are used here. Hyphen is used. 65 years, you should not say. 65 year. 65 year, not years. So before that. Okay, these examples are enough, and let's go to the wrong, right examples. Okay, so in this way you have to use before a singular noun. Foot is a singular noun. Month is a singular noun. Year is a singular noun. Okay, now let's go to the wrong, right sentences. The Prime Minister returned after attending 3-day summit. It's an important one, in the examination, such questions will be given because the mistake you cannot trace out, you cannot spot out. So that becomes a difficult thing. It looks very nice, very 100% a correct sentence, grammatical. The Prime Minister returned after attending 3-day summit. Oh, it's okay. But here, you have to say the Prime Minister returned after attending a 3-day summit. A 3-day summit. And here you pay attention. The government constituted two-man committee to probe into the fake encounter. And a two-man committee is not the right one. You have to say a two-man committee. One more example. He can easily lift a 100-kilo bag. 100-kilo bag is not the right one. You have to say a 100-kilo bag. Okay. He jumped from 10-foot wall. Okay. 10 foot. You have to say he jumped from a 10-foot wall. So in this way, how the questions in the examination will be given, how you have to correct them. Now you have learned here in this slide. And now let's go to the next important aspect. In some general phrases. So in general phrases, you have to use, it's a must for you, please. Everybody should memorize them. Okay, everybody should learn them by heart. Everybody must learn them by heart. What are the general phrases? At a loss, confused. I was at a loss when I entered the interview room. At a profit, I sold my scooty at a profit of 5,000 rupees, something like at a cost, at a cost. So all these things I'm giving you the examples. First you see the words, after a while, as a rule, after some time, as a rule, as a result, okay, and as a reminder, at a time, for a time. So, and for a while, for a start, in a mess. Oh, I was in a mess. Okay, in a rage. In a rage means in a serious mood. As a reward for a change, and then comes a movement, in a sense, in a quandary. I'll give you the meaning to all of them. Now, in a way, of a kind, to a degree. And here is have a rest, have a talk on a large or small scale. And here have a sleep, have a bath, have a consequence. And here to a small or large, great, to a small extent or large extent. See, look at these general phrases that are used in our everyday life. Please look at all of them and try to memorize them. Okay, and with meaning, if you can learn, it is called memorizing. Without meaning, if you can learn all of them, it is called mugging. Don't mug up, don't mug up the words, but memorize them. Okay, memorizing means knowing the meaning. If you can learn anything, that's called memorizing, learning them by heart, something like that. Okay, you can do it later. And now I'll go to the examples. What are the examples? Very quickly I read out the examples. Here, what is that? At a loss, I have already told you. Confused, sorry, at a loss means for loss also. Okay, confused, two things are there. He sold his bike at a loss of 3,000 rupees. And here at a loss means confused. When she won the award, she was at a loss, confused for words. Okay, at a profit, she sold her scooter at a profit of 2,000 rupees, something like that. As a rule means as a general rule, men tend to be taller than women. Okay, sentence, by reading the sentence you can easily understand. As a result, okay, man suffers loss of appetite as a result of COVID-19. If you are afflicted with COVID-19, you lose your appetite. It is as a result of that COVID disease. Okay, and then for some time, she worked in the sales department for a while. Please learn all of them along with examples. They will be helpful for you in your everyday life also. And after a while, they return home after a while. After a while means after some time. And then comes, what is that? As a reminder. That can be, reminder means that which reminds. As a reminder, the scar on her face is a reminder of her husband's ill treatment. The scar on the face is a reminder of her husband's ill treatment. Okay, that's there. Okay, as a reminder, in a sense, in some meaning, what he says is right in a sense. In a sense means in some sense. Okay, next you go to the very quickly next slide, and in this again some more examples are discussed. And here you see, as a reward, his parents bought him a bike as a reward for passing the exams, for passing the exams as a reward. So his parents bought him a bike. And then comes, what is it, for a change? Last night we slept on the floor for a change. For a change, generally what happens, every day you sleep in the house. But during summer, what do? You sleep on the terrace. Okay. So it's only for a change. Okay, it's only for a change. And then comes for a start. For a start. I don't think she will get a job. She looks too, sorry, she looks too young for a start. This two is not there. Two is not there. I'm sorry. Typographical mistake. And here she looks too young for a start. And then comes for a moment. Could you hold the line for a moment? Suppose somebody is calling you, you can say, calling you. In the meanwhile, somebody has knocked at the door. What do you do? Hey, will you please hold for a line for a moment? Hold the line for a moment. Hold the line means, will you be online for a moment? You have to say this. Will you hold the line for a moment? Will you hold the line for a moment? And here, in a moment, she prepared to, in a moment, just in a moment, means within no time. That is the meaning. After a time means both of them reached the airport at a time. At a time means simultaneously. Simultaneously. And in a mess. Right now, the economy of Pakistan is a terrible mess, terrible danger, and all that. Okay. And here, all this. In a rage. In a rage means in anger. In a, what is it like? Being in a rage, she slammed the door in my face. Remember, you have to say, don't say on my face. She closed the door on my face. Is, if you say that, it is your mother tongue influence or mother tongue impact. You have to say, she closed the door in my face, not on my face, in my face. Of course, it's a deviation, small deviation. Right. Now let's go to the next slide very quickly. Okay, very quickly, sir. And then comes, what is that? Fifth rule is there in certain small sentences in our conversation with others. Whenever you are talking to somebody, in that conversation, you are supposed to make some small sentences all of a sudden. So it's a, oh, it's a pity. It's a pity. It's a pity. It's a small sentence you always use. Oh, it's a pity. Your friend is telling you about your another friend. Oh, he is in troubles and all that you are saying. So then what do you say? Oh, it's a pity. It's a pity. And then you say, what is that? It is a shame. Oh, it's a shame on the part of Mohan to insult her like that. It's a shame. It's a wonder. These are the small sentences we always speak. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. So these are the four sentences, small sentences we speak in our everyday conversations with our friends or with our neighbors or and so on. And it's like that. And you go to the next one. Very quickly, it is coming to an end. A or an is used in the following phrases also. In the following phrases also it is used. Again, something. As a matter of fact, at a stone's throw, very important, star marked one. So in the competitive examinations, especially in the IBPS, in the banking examinations, I have seen so many sentences being given. So if you don't have any idea about these phrases, you cannot answer them correctly. You fail in your attempt. Failing in an attempt is not a great thing. Winning something is a great thing. Okay. As a matter of fact, at a stone's throw, take a risk. Okay. And like that, very quickly, a short while time ago, or a short while ago, a short time ago. Make an excuse, make a noise. See, this is a very important one. Most of the people say the children are making noise. No, say make a noise. The children are making a noise. If you don't know this, you say you are right. If anybody, hey, they are making noise. No, don't say they are making noise, but they are making a noise. A must be there. Therefore, you must learn it like that only. I'm giving a big list here, and keep a promise, make a deal with, in a temper. And then comes what is the in a rage, in a mood, in a hurry. So in a mood, I mean he is in a good mood. So let us ask him for a treat or like that. So in a good mood. And then comes in a dilemma, in a nutshell. Nutshell means briefly. I'll give you the examples with all these phrases. In a fix, and catch a cold, get a headache, have a sore throat. And here, at a discount, at a premium, have a swim. What is that? Have an interest in, have a pride in, go for a swim. Take a meal, have a meal, take a courage, take a rest, take a vacation. So in all these phrases, these are very, 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 very important phrases. Keep them in your mind, etc. Other things are also there, but I have selected some very, very important you can say phrases here. So it is there. And now let's go to the examples. Examples. What are the examples? Is, as a matter of fact, to be frank, as a matter of fact, he is a hard-working boy. To be frankly speaking, that's like that. And then comes what is that? At or within a stone's throw. My house is at or within a stone's throw off away, throw off or away. Anything you can use from the railway station. Where is your house? My house is within a stone's throw off from the metro station at Yalbinagar. So it is very near. That is the meaning. It's an idiom. Beautiful one. And here see, a short while ago. The train left the platform a short while ago. And here you see, a short time ago is also correct. She went home a short time ago. And here you see, at a discount. They are selling denim jeans at a discount. Yesterday I found it in the market and I gave. And here, what's it? At a premium. The hotel rooms in Goa will be at a premium during the, what is that? During summer season. Summer means, in Ooty, in Kodaikanal, in Goa, the hotels will be running at a premium. That means their room rents will rise up, because that is the season for the tourists. Okay. And here, what is that? Okay. And then comes, what else is there? Catch a cold. If you get wet in the rain, you will catch a cold. And go for a swim. I have asked my son to go for a swim in the beach. Okay, not to go for a swim in the beach. So these are all there. Okay. And then let's go to the next thing. These are all examples. You repeatedly watch this video and learn all of them. Have a swim. Just now I have had a swim in the beach. Okay. And have a meal. We have or we take a meal together in the evening. We have a meal, we take a meal. Both are correct. Where did you have your meal? Where did you take your meal? Both are correct. God. Have a bath. Did you have a hot bath? And then have an interest in. She seems to have an interest in this scheme. And then have a pride in. I have a lot of pride in my son's success. Okay, in his son's success. And here, in a temper, she smashed the flower vase against the wall in a fit of temper. Fit of temper means in a fit of rage, anger. Okay. In a mood. Today mom is in a good mood, so let us go to a picnic, something like that. And in a hurry, I'm in a hurry to reach the airport in time. I'm in a hurry. So here another word is there, haste is there. In haste. Sir, in haste. In haste means in a hurry, but in haste, no, you don't use any article. English is like that. It's a kind of two-edged knife. It will cut this side, it will cut this side when the time comes. So here he is using a, but here he is not using a. In haste, I am in haste to reach the airport. I am in a hurry to reach the airport. So it's like that. Now let's go to the next slide. In a nutshell, One more thing, in a nutshell is there. She narrated the whole incident in a nutshell. In a nutshell means briefly. In a fix, we shall be in a fix if we miss the bus. If we miss the bus, what happens? We'll be in a fix. In a fix means in a problem. Okay. Make an excuse. She made an excuse and left the party. Sir, I'm getting headache. Of course, she's not suffering from a headache, but she says, sir, I'm suffering from a headache. I want to go home, sir, something like that. So she made an excuse and left the party early. And it's like that. And make a noise. This is very important. The children are making a big noise in the house. Don't say that the children are making noise. Making noise is not correct. Making a noise is correct. Okay. In all these phrases, a or an is used. Take a risk. I am taking a risk. See, these are all. See, you have to watch all that. Taking a risk when I lent my money. I knew I was taking a risk when I lent my friend the money. Okay, taking a risk. Take a courage. It takes a lot of courage to oppose that wicked man, and it's there. Take a rest. They decided to stop and stop driving and take a short rest. Take a rest. Take a short rest. Take a long rest. Take a rest. And here, take a vacation. We are taking a 2 week vacation. Already I have told you in the previous slide. Yes, before this noun. With what is that? Preceded by years or months, or you can say numbers and all that. With a hyphen, then you have to use this one. A 2 week vacation. A 2 weeks, don't say 2 weeks vacation is wrong. A 2 week vacation. Okay, sir. These are all very important from the examination point of view. Please keep all of them. Memorize them. Learn them by heart. Okay, learn them by heart. And here, a or an is not used before the uncountable nouns except when they refer to a unit or usually a or an is not used before an uncountable noun. For example, water is there. Can you say, will you give me a water? Can you say a water? No. Can you say a sugar? Can you say what is that? What is that? What is that? Countable noun, uncountable. What is that? Water is an uncountable noun. Sugar is an uncountable noun. Okay, and advice is there. It's an uncountable noun. You cannot say an advice. You should not say. As a paper is there. Most of the people say, give me a paper. No, a piece of paper. You have to say paper is an uncountable noun. These are all uncountable nouns. So before the uncountable nouns, you should not use a or an. But if you want to refer to a unit or a piece of them, you can say like this. How do you say? See that? You just see that. A piece of meat. A man, will you give me a meat? Can you say that? A meat? No. You say, you give me a piece of meat or a kilo of meat or 2 kgs of meat, something like that. So you don't say a meat, but you say a piece of meat or a kilo of meat. Okay, like that. A piece of work. Work is also like that. It's uncountable now. A piece of work. I am doing a work. No. Work is an uncountable noun. I am doing some work, you can say. I am doing a piece of work. Work includes everything. Down to dusk, you will be doing so many things. I have got homework, you say, but you don't say homeworks. No. So, a piece of work. Bread also. Don't give me a bread. Don't say, give me a piece of bread. So, it's like that, if you want to, generally, we don't use any article before them. If you want to refer to them, refer to a unit or piece of them, then you can say a piece of chalk, a piece of paper, a piece of advice. What is that? A piece of wheat, a piece of writing, a piece of rice, okay, a piece of water, an acre of land, a bowl of soup, and directly you can say, give me soup, give me a chicken soup. No, give me a bowl of chicken soup. Okay, and I'll give you example. A meter of cloth, a word of advice, a handful of rice. What is that? A sheet of paper, an item of news, a loaf of bread. So in all these, they are very important. These are all uncountable nouns. These are all blue colored words are all uncountable nouns, and generally we don't use a or an before them. But if you want to refer to a unit or piece of them, then you have to use like the piece of, or a necker of, a word of, something like that. You have to add that, and then you can make it a singular one. Okay. uh, Here I am giving you some examples. Wrong, right? Will you give me a paper? In the examination, it will be given. That's why very, very important. Yes, can you say? Will you give me a piece of paper? You have to say. Paper is an uncountable noun. You for uncountable noun. Okay, and then the children love to have a chicken soup. A chicken soup, you should not say. Yes, chicken soup. A bowl of chicken soup, you have to say. Or what is that? People in Ethiopia are struggling hard even for a bread. Don't say a bread. You have to say a piece of bread. And they are growing bell peppers in a land. In a land. No, it's bad English. And here you see that in a piece of land or in an acre of land. In a piece of land or in an acre of land, you have to say, but in a land you cannot say, because land is an uncountable noun. You cannot count one land, two lands, three lands. Can you say? Counting means like that. One mango, two mangoes, three mangoes, you can say. Countable noun, because it's a countable noun. But you cannot say count it. One land, two lands, three lands. Can you say? No. Just check it like that. And here it's an uncountable noun. So if you want to refer to a piece of it, then you say in a piece of land or in an acre of land, something like that. And he gave me an advice as to how I should prepare for the exams. And an advice is a bad English. Okay, and a piece of advice. So, dear test takers, in the examination, the questions are given like this. Okay, wrong sentences are given like this. You have to correct them like this. Yes, improvement of sentences. Sentence improvement question is there in the banking examination. So wrong questions are given. You have to, what is that? Correct them like that. Please watch this video again and again so that you can have a good command of all these items. Okay. So simply, if you can watch it once or twice is not required. Watch it repeatedly, because I am not teaching it like a YouTuber. No, I am teaching like as if I feel, as if I were in a classroom. You are all in the classroom. You are listening to me, a traditional teacher. I will teach you all things without any exception. In other YouTubes, in other videos, they teach only insufficiently. Only a few things they teach. Moreover, they teach in a hodgepodge manner. That's not the way. I'm a traditional teacher. I teach all the items. I don't want to leave anything. I want to teach you to the, you can say, to my full satisfaction, to your full satisfaction. Please remember, that's why every detail is given here. I have not hidden anything from you, because I'm a senior citizen. Okay, and I don't know how long I'm going to live, but my videos will be helping you, will come to your rescue in your future examinations, not only for you, but all those that go through all these videos. Please, and here a water costs, what is that? Can you say a water? Water is an uncountable noun. A water. One water. Can you say one water? Give me a water. No. You can say a can of water or a glass of water. Give me a glass of water, you say, but you don't say a can of water. Okay, and here you see he bought a meat to prepare biryani. Now he bought, what is that? A kilo of meat. Meat is an uncountable noun. No, you should not use this. But you can use a when, if you want to, if you can, when you can use this, you can say a kilo of meat, like that. And a soft cloth. Cloth is also an uncountable. Many people say, get me a soft cloth. A soft cloth is a bad English. And here, a piece of soft cloth or a meter of soft cloth, anything you can say. And here you see, he wrote all his details on a sheet of paper. On a sheet of paper. Okay, it's correctly given, sir. And here, on a sheet of paper. So actually, I should not have given. I should not have a paper. I should have given these two words. Think they are not there. A paper, a sheet of paper. Okay. Okay, like that I have given by mistake. A rice will suffice for us to live for a month. A rice. Can you say a rice? One rice, two rices, three rices, four rices. Can you say? No, it's an uncountable noun. Uncountable noun does not have a plural form, right? And here you see a bag of rice, you can say. A kilo of rice, you can say. A half a bag of rice. Half a bag of rice, you can say. Something like that, you can say. Okay. Now let's go to the other details. Last rule here is, what is that? In today's video, this is the last rule: omission of a or an. So dear test takers, this is an important you can say rule. A or an is not used after kind of or sort of. A or an is not used after a kind of or sort of or type of. Okay, kind of, sort of, type of. Diagram: kind of A, sort of A, or type of A or an. Not should not be used. How? I'll give you some examples to make you understand. What kind of a flower is it? What kind of a flower? Why using this a? After kind of a should not be used, or an should not be used. You have to say what kind of flower is it itself. So important one from the examination point of view. So next, what sort of a man are you? Bad English. Hey, what sort of man are you, Aro? कैसे आदमी है यारो? You say some in your language. कैसे आदमी है यारो? Something. What sort of a man are you? No. What sort of man are you? What type of a car is it? What type of car is it? So in all these things, it is like that. And dear test takers, thank you so much for listening to this video very patiently, because please, one important uh, thing I would like to tell you. This is not you can say video like an entertainment video or technology video, cooking video, or like small videos. No, it is an educational video. Educational videos are usually a bit lengthy, because I should cover all the topic. Don't you want all the topic? Do you want to learn the topic very insufficiently, or very briefly, or inadequately? Not like that. You must learn all the topic comprehensively. Complete details you must have. Now in the first video, second video, you have got all the details, complete details in your hand. Repeatedly you watch this first part and second part. I challenge you, and you don't face any kind of problem in your competitive examination as far as these articles, the use of articles a and are concerned. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and watch it repeatedly. And this is only a humble request from me, a traditional teacher. Okay, right. And thank you so much once again. Thank you, one and all. Right.